is there. So I will wait for 2 more minutes. Let the other participant join. 2 minutes more. And right, Anusha. Anjana, Ankita is there. Amir Pasha is there. Anusha, Arun Kumar, Vishwajit, Brijesh, the smart mind Brijesh. Chetan Kumar, Hansa, Kavya, Kavya R, Kavya G, Kirti M, Madhumita, Mahesh, Mustafa. Good evening, Mustafa. I hope you are alive. Niranjan Raj, Nitin Kumar, Nivedita, Priyanka, Purushottam, Pushparane, SBK. Wow, SBK. It seems like any company, huh? SBK. Sanat Kumar, Shamant is there. Great. Shambhavi is there. Shambhavi, I hope you are doing good. And you were doing practice, the questions. Shambhavi. And Shreyas, Soumya is there. Wonderful, great. Sumedha, Vamsi, Vardhini, Varshita, Vatsala, Venu, Vatsala. How are you, Vatsala? Very fine. I hope you're doing good. Viva is there. Venu Gopal is there. Vishwas, two Vishwas. I think Vishwas, are you using a mobile phone also, laptop also? Vishwas. Anamika, Fiza Tarin, Shreyas. Right. I am doing good, my dear Vatsala. I'm doing good. I hope everybody is doing good. And right, so as you can see on the screen, the very first screen, I wrote right, left hand side. If you see that, I wrote all the topics name, basically what we are going to see there today. And there are 3 quizzes today. The one part, second part, and third part. The first part quiz based on the basic concept and the proportionality, right? CPR method. We'll try to see that. And I hope CPR you would have studied in the percentage topic. I do not know. Well, let's see. We'll check it out. And then we have questions. Then after that, average, relative speed, effective speed. Then we have again quiz questions. And then trends, problems, circular track, and then the circular track, and then we have a quiz questions. Right? This is that what we will see that today. Shall we start? Let's get started. I hope everybody can see. And please, I'll request you once again, if you're lying down on the bed, please do not do that. Not just sit, take a paper, pen, the notebook, pencil, paper, and start working it. Don't sit on the sofa and watching TV, and again you are just you are listening. Right? Nobody can see that you are solving or not. If you want to make this session valuable, the value added session, so you should work with the pen and paper, right? Just not lying down and sitting in a hall and with your family members and just talking. Screen does not make any sense. And it must be many people, I do not know, I hope, I believe you don't do that, right? So but there could be many people, no, they would be just lying down and sitting. So trust me, friends, don't do that. Amir Pasha and Aditya. Aditya is there. Aditya, how are you? We never see to each other, but of course, by the name, by your reply, I always know. I get the picture in the mind, right? Just by your reply and the names. Aditya, wonderful, Aditya. How are you? I hope all doing good. I hope you have the notebook and the pen and paper. Anamika is there. Anamika, I hope you are sitting and having a pen and paper and you are just working. Yes, Amir Pasha. So Anita is there. Anita, I am assuming that you have paper. Anjana, Ankita, Brijesh, Chatur S, right? Chetan Kumar. So Fiza Tareen I do not know how many of you sit alone and just work on this. I do not know. I do not have any idea. Ankita, good evening, Ankita. I hope you have a pen and paper, Ankita, and just working out. If I'll tell you to unmute everybody your speaker, so you can we can find at least more than 40% people would be not listening very well, would be just sitting along with your family members or watching TV or serial, and just you are just listening. I can find out 40-30% people. But I will request everybody, everybody I request. So don't do that. Sit alone in a room, right? And just walk out. Okay. So this was the humble request from my side. So I hope you will listen and you will do that. You will work out, right? Anamika, great. So here we go for the next slide, and we'll try to understand the basic fundamental concept of speed, distance, and time. Right? Basic fundamental. And that is called TSD, time, speed, and distance. Right? So here we go. Very first one, that is the very first basic concept. कुछ आपको याद आ रहा है क्या? So I hope you can remember this all, right? So this is very basic. Just I'm reminding your mind, and your mind knows this all. So distance is equal to speed into time. Speed is equal to distance by time. Time is equal to distance by speed. So how to convert kilometer per hour to meter per second? So I should multiply by 5 by 18. If you see that, right? Let me take the pen. Oh, this is okay. So if you look at this 1 kilometer per hour, I get 5 by 18 meter per second, right? 1 meter per second, I will get 18 by 5 kilometer per hour, just inverse order. Let's say 36, Rohan, 36 kilometer per hour. Rohan, can you tell me what should be the meter per second? I'll just multiply 36 into 5 by 18, right? So 18 2s are 36. It means that 6 meter per second. I hope, right? Isn't it? Let's say 20 meter per second. I need to convert into kilometer per hour. What I'll do, I'll multiply by 18 by 5. Right? Remember this point. So, of course, into 4 times, I'll get 72 kilometer per hour. So very simple. If I want to multiply kilometer, if I want to convert the unit from kilometer per hour to meter per second, so I'll multiply by 5 by 18. If I need to convert meter per second to kilometer per hour, I should multiply by 18 by 5. Very, very simple. Here we go for the next one. This question. So let's say this is the question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, 4, 5, 6, and given the reply first. Question number 1, what is the answer? Just you need to see that, nothing else, just the formula, how to find the speed. Look at this, the first question. Distance given, time given. So what is the speed? Distance by time. That's all. Very nice, everybody. 15 kilometer per hour. And very, very simple. Everybody knows this, no? Yeah, Aditya, great. And remember, once again, don't forget to write the units. So we should cultivate this habit, writing the units. Otherwise, you will get clean bold anytime. While solving a question, and choose the one option from the correct, right? From the given options. So try to understand Vibha, correct Vibha, Anamika, Pawan, and Aditya, I request you write the units also. Second one, question number 2. Of course, distance should find out. Time given 3 hours and speed given 45 kilometer per hour. What is distance? S into T. So what should be the answer? 135 kilometer. Great. Chetan, Mustafa, Amir Pasha, Rachna. Rachna is the Rachna. How are you? I hope you are doing good. Chetan, Amir Pasha. Okay. Now, next one, the third question. Tell me the answer fast. What is time? Time, what should be? Anybody? Wonderful. 22 hours. Just divide. 242 divided by 11. How to find out the speed? Speed. Yes, Rachana. Great. Speed. 729 divided by 27. How much I'll get? 729 divided by 27. Of course, 27 kilometer per hour. Great, everybody. Sumedha, Chetan, Anjana, try to write the also the unit. Chetan Kumar. Yes. And what about the fourth one? Distance. How to find distance? Very simple. S into T. Multiply this two. Isn't it? So I'll get how much? 75 kilometer. And time, how to find time here? Again, so 343 divided by 49, I'll get time 7 hours. Very, very simple. Yes, great. Shambhavi, Anjana, Aditya, wonderful. Now, here we go for the next. There is one concept in this one that is called proportionality. You know, what is the meaning of proportionality? We'll try to understand. Proportionality meaning. I know D is equal to S into T, isn't it? Very, very simple. You know this, right? And remember, if I am just telling the statement, try to listen very carefully. If possible, make a note, write down the statement. If the product of any two variables are constant, I repeat once again, if the product of any two variables are constant, then the two variables are must be in proportion, right? It means that S and T both are the product in the product form, the product of the two variables. What is the D? D is a constant, right? If D is a constant, right, it means that S and T must be in the proportion. In what proportion? Inversely proportion. Keep in the mind. Take any formula. Now, I'm not saying this. See the formula of the, what about the work formula? Work is equal to force into displacement. Isn't it physics? Now, if any two variables whose products are the constant, these two variables must be in the proportion. What proportion? Inversely proportion. And that is called CPR. What is CPR? Constant product ratio. Constant product ratio, right? It means that if S decreases, right, of course T will increase. If S increases, it means the speed increases, time should decrease. This is called the inversely proportional, right? We'll try the questions. We'll try the questions. I'll tell you what is that. Remember, there's a trick here. So I'm not explaining the trick completely. Just I am introducing the trick that is called CPR trick. If S increased by the fraction X by Y, I repeat, if the speed increases by the fraction X by Y, the time must decrease by X by Y plus X in this fraction, in this fashion, right? Let's say if, let's say speed increases by this fraction 2 by 3, example, time must decrease by 2 by 3 plus 2 to make the distance constant. Remember, to make the distance constant, right? That's why it said D is equal to S into T, right? So if time increases, T will decrease. So 3 by 2 by 5. If let's say 7 by 8, if time increases, so what should be the, speed increases, so what should be the time? Time must decrease. That is 7 by 8 plus 7 should decrease by this fraction. So keep in the mind, this is called the CPR method. I hope you would have, you should know this. You must knowing this. I do not know. This is the concept of the percentage basically. So I hope you must know that. This is the CPR concept. If one is increased, other will decrease by this fraction. That we will try to prove it in the next slide. While solving the problems, we'll dive into this. Now look at this question now. I hope everybody can see the question. This is the first question, second question, this is the third question, and this is the fourth question. First question says, speed given and time given. What is your first speed given? That is 30. Right? Second time given here, that is 2. Right? Second speed, how much given? D, that is 60. And time, do not know, I should find out the time. Right? This is, and remember, this is of course, why? Because D is a constant. Remember, given here. Journey from house to college or college to house, the distance between your house and college will remain same. It means the D must be the constant. So many people will solve this way, friend, trust me, the methodical way, right? So S into T is equal to distance. So I'll find out the distance here. D must be 60 kilometer, isn't it? And if, since the D must be the constant from the second case also, so many will try this way. Of course, time is equal to, I can find out, time is equal to distance by speed. So I'll get the answer 1 hour. Kitna simple hai. But I want to introduce this concept once again, CPR concept here, because since D must be the constant, if S increases, time will decrease. Very simple. So can you tell me how much increment here in terms of fraction? Remember, the CPR concept works in the fraction. If X by Y is an increment, decrement must be X by Y plus X. Vatsala got this. Of course, Vatsala. Vatsala, decrement is, you are saying 1 by 3? No, my dear. What is the difference here? Difference is 30. Right? 30. What is the initial value? Again 30. Dekho, 60 minus 30 is 30. What is the initial value? 30. So what should be the increment here? Very simple. That is 1 by 1. Right? Increment is 1 by 1. So what must be decrement in the time? Decrease by 1 by 2. Very, very simple. If 1 by 1 is increment, if increment X by Y, so decrement must be X by Y plus X. So 1 by 1 plus 1 is 1 by 2 decrement. So decrement of what? Decrement of initial value. That is the 2, right? So 1 by 2 into 2, it means 1 decrement. So I'll subtract 1 because decrement is what? Minus. So 2 minus 1, I'll get the answer 1. So I'll get the answer anyways, 1. If you try traditional way. So traditional way means what I'm using it, S1 into T1 is equal to S2 into T2, isn't it? Because D must be the constant. This is a traditional way, what we know, the speed and distance. S1 T1 given, S2 given, find the T2. I mean, very, very simple, not rocket science. Just I want to introduce the one concept that is called CPR concept. If one increment, by what fraction? This fraction. If 1 by 1 is an increment, decrement must be 1 by 2. I'll try one more question. Wonderful. I'll try one more question. No, Chetan, decrement is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 decrement of what? Initial value. So 1 by 2 of 2. What is initial value here? 2. So decrement is 1. It means minus 1 is decrement. So 2 minus 1, I'll get the final value 1. Question number 2, I'll try, just look at this. How much given is speed given? How much S and T? Initial speed is given 50. Wonderful. Time initial given how much? 5. Now second speed is not given. I should find out. Time given how much? 2. Now, of course, you can find out this way. S1 T1 is equal to S2 T2. No problem. We will get the answer, friends. And I will not emphasize more on this. So I will emphasize more on the concept, CPR concept. So look at this here. 5 becomes 2. It means decrement. How much decrement? 3 decrement, right? Out of what? Out of 5, isn't it? So 5 becomes 2 means decrement is 3. 3 units we can say. And what is initial value? That is a 5. Decrement is given. It means X by Y plus X is given. X is 3. So what should be Y? Y must be 2. What should be there here? Increment. Increments must be 1 by 2. If a 1 by 2 is an increment of what? Of initial value, that is 50. Right? I hope you understood. I am so sorry. 3 by 2, no? 3 by 2. 3 by 2 is increment. So 3 by 2 of initial value, that is 50. How much will get? So increment is plus 75. So 50 plus 75, how much will get? I'll get 125. So 125 kilometer per hour is the second speed. If you find using the traditional way, friends, you will get the answer. Look at this, 50 into 5 is equal to x not given into 2. So x is equal to 50 into 5, isn't it? Divide by 2. So how many times here? 25 times. So 125 kilometer per hour. So no problem, you can solve traditional way. Just I wanted to introduce CPR. A CPR is a concept you can use anywhere, not simple interest, compound interest, while finding the compound interest without using the formula, right? So if you avoid the formula of saying compound simple interest, use CPR. CPR is the best concept, no? So if one increment, other should decrease. This is what. Anyway, now here we go. Remaining two questions I'm leaving for you. You will solve it. Yes, remaining two questions. Solve it. 8 hours and 50. Yes, right answer. This is 8. This is 50. So you will solve it. No problem. Here we go for the next one. Yes, yes, Chetan. Shambhavi. Right, very right. Here we go. Tell me the answer for this. Conceptual number 2. And I hope you will get the answer. Nothing wrong in this. Two bicycles cover the same distance at 15 km per hour, 16 km per hour respectively. Find the distance traveled by each. If one takes, they go very simple, you know. Difference, what is given here? The time difference given. Dekh lo, hai na? Time difference given. Speed we know for the both, right? And longer than the other. Distance traveled by each. So distance traveled by this person traveling at this speed and for this speed. 15 kilometer, Aditya, Shambhavi, no idea. Try once again. I will try, look at this. So I will try both ways. No, one way is a methodical way, one is tricky way. So first we'll try to understand the methodical traditional way. So I will just write the equations and your work to solve it. I will not solve the equation here over here. So I will just write the equation. What is given? Time difference given 16. So can I say that T1 minus T2 is equal to 16 minutes, right? In terms of hour, divide by 60, that will become the hour. Now, what is T1? Our T is equal to what? Distance by speed. So T1, can I say D? I do not know is a constant. So D by, no problem, minus D by the other speed, 16, is equal to 16 by 60. That's all. Yes, Nitin Kumar, right answer. Nitin got right answer. So just the matter of fact, finding the distance, you'll find the distance 64 kilometer. So just I am leaving for you for the pencil work. The pencil work you should do at home. So just try, I'm just writing this equation and to find the D that I believe you can do that. 64 kilometer. Amir Pasha, I hope you understood. So I'm just leaving on you to solve it. You'll get 64 kilometer. Now look at this the other way. I'm talking about the trick now. Trick says, look at this, S and T given, right? S and T. How much given initial speed? Assume the two speeds given. Initial speed is 15 kilometer per hour, and then given how much here? 16. Right? Time I do not know. Let's say T1 and T2. I do not know. Time I do not know. So how much increment do you see that? How much increment here? Increment is 1 out of 15, right? 1 by 15 increment. So what? Of course, S and T both are inversely proportional, right? It means time must decrease. Must decrease by what fraction? 1 by 16. Wonderful, Arun. Right. So this is the 1 by 16. Right, Arun. Right. Great, Arun. Arun, no, trust me, Arun. I do not. I don't want to give you the traditional way, the approach to get the answer. So I wanted to convey the tricky way to get the answer, Arun. So of course you got the answer very well, traditional way. So my point, see, this session adds value only when if you try smartest way, right? Not traditional way, just to save the time in the exam hall. So increment is 1 by 15 friends. So decrement must be 1 by 16. Now remember, decrement from where? From time 1. A decrement is the difference given in the question. That is 16 minutes. I'll equate. That's all, friends. Right? So what is T1 here? T1 must be 16 into 16. That is, remember, in terms of minute. That is a minutes. But the question is finding the what? Distance. How to find the distance? So D is very simple now. S1 is given, T1 is given. S1 is 15. T1 is given 16 into 16. I want to convert into the hour divided by 60. That's all. So just calculate here. 15 fours are and 4 fours are. I'll get the answer 64 kilometer per hour. Arun, I hope you understood. And remember, if since I was explaining to you, so this not required basically. What is required in the exam hall? This is only one step, this step, that's all. Right? So this is not required. This is the background work you should not do in the exam hall. Right. So the background work you should avoid in the background work in the exam hall I'm talking about. While doing the practice, of course, you can understand the way, how to get this one. But of course, that's why we should use very less the pencil work in the exam hall. So to crack the drive, not competitive exams, even GRE, GMAT, MAT, ZAT, CAT, right? So all any exams, SSC exams or bank exams or IES, whatever you're trying for. So it matters a lot. The time matters a lot. We'll go with the next one now. Next one is number 3. Very, very simple. I hope you'll get the answer. So only one concept is speed and time both are inversely proportional. So I will get the answer if you look at it very carefully. Question reads as A, B and C start swimming simultaneously from the same end of a pool. To complete 10 laps, A takes 10 minutes, B takes 8 minutes, and C takes 9 minutes. What is the ratio of speed of A, B, and C? Remember, 10 laps. It means that distance to constant hai na? D is constant here, no problem. Everybody covering the same lap. So D is a constant for everybody. So, but time ratio is given. A, B, and C. What is given time ratio? That is 10, 8, and C. And many beginners will not understand this concept. That's why I'm emphasizing more on this. If time ratio is given, friends, can I tell this? I can find out the speed ratio also. Why is that? Because inversely proportional. So speed ratio must be 1 by 10 is to 1 by 8 is to how much given C here? Sorry, 8, 10, 8, and 6. This is 6. So 1 by 6. I want to find out the integral value. The ratio is the fractional value, right? What I'll do, I'll take the ratio. I'll take the LCM of 10, 8, and 6. So LCM must be 120. I'll take 120 in a common multiple, no problem. 120 multiplied by 120 all. Yes, wonderful Vishwas. 12 is to 15 is to 20. That is the ratio of the speed of A, B, and C. I hope you would have understood. Very, very simple. Wonderful, Chetan, Vishwas, Nitin. Great. Here we go. Next one, this is the question once given here. Walking at 5 by 7th of your usual speed, you will reach the market 16 minutes late. What is the usual? This is a classic question of the placement here. Of course, this is a very classic question. I took it. But I will try smartest way. Of course, not the methodical way. Of course, will given in the book, and that is. But try to understand what is given here. A speed and time. Of course, I will write the equation for the beginners who likes no who likes or who like the traditional way of solving. So I will write the equation for those people, and then I will explain the tricky way for smartest minds. So D is equal to S into T, right? So what is given? D is a constant, friends. D is a constant here. Sai, Sagar, you got clean bold, my dear. Sriram, clean bold. Try Vishwas got the answer. Vishwas got the answer. Wonderful, Vishwas. Congratulations for the placement. I do not know how did you get this answer, but I will explain it. A speed is given here that is 5/7 of usual speed. So I can write this way. What is S here? Usual speed. What is T here? Usual time taken. If 5/7 of usual speed, what happened to the time? Of course, time increases by how much? 16 minutes, right? And since T is a constant, I can also equate T. D is equal, right? That's all. I'll find the time. So I'm leaving for you to finding the time here, right? Let's just S will get cancelled. The two variables are there, the two variables and will equations are there. S will get cancelled. Look at this. You know, S will get cancelled. Just T in the form of T, get the T, I'll get the answer. Anyway, my problem is not solving the equation. I mean, this way, no? Of course, this is the very basic fundamental pencil work. The just algebra, matter of fact. So you will solve it, no problem. I want to just add the value to the session by telling you the trick, the other way how to solve it, the minimum time. If you tell me, I know S and T both inversely proportional, friends. S and T both are inversely proportional. If S and T given, right, let's say usual time, usual speed, 5/7 of usual speed, say that 7/5 of usual time. Yes or no? Tell me first, yes or no? Because S and T both are inversely proportional. If 5/7 of usual speed, so I can say 7/5 of usual time taken by the person. Out of 7/5 time, can you tell me what is the extra time taken? I can find out. 1 plus something. What is something here? What is remaining? 2/5t. That is extra time. And this is extra time 2/5t. I will equate with the extra time given in the question. This is given 16. So very, very simple. I'll find the time. Time cross multiply 16 into 5 divide by 2. This is 8 times. I'll get the answer 40 minutes. So this answer must be also the 40 minutes. So 7/5 given. This not given exact value. Given 7/5 of t. So 1 plus something. What is 1? What is 1 here? If you see that 1 is 5/5, isn't it? What is 1 here? That is 5/5. So 1 is the complete, and in the extra part, extra is 2/5. 2/5t is the extra. I'll equate with the 16. I'll get the answer that t is equal to 40. I hope everybody understood. Tell me yes. I'll go for the next question. Yes, all the participants, all the players. Yes, Shambhavi understood. Anusha, great. Sriram, Shreyas, wonderful. Nitin, Anamika, Aditya, great. Great. And I hope all the student, the beginners, let's say I do not know how many are beginners in this session. So I appreciate if they solve both ways. Beginners, if people who have practiced already, if a smart mind you have, try for the second one. Don't go for traditional way. Traditional way is good for those who are beginners. Traditional way also, this way. Then try this way. Both ways. Wonderful. Great. Here we go for this question. Tell me the answer for this. P and Q start from two distinct points A and B simultaneously and travel towards each other. They meet at C and continue on the respective paths. P takes 20 minutes to cover. This question we'll do again in the trains problem. We'll not do now. I know this question. Trends problem, we have this question again. Trends problem, we have, yes. We'll do that. We'll not do now. We'll go for the quiz now, friends. We'll go for the quiz. Shall we have a link for the quiz, please, technical team? I appreciate it if you share the link. Yes, I got the link. So I will share with you. Yes, go ahead. The link, the top, remember you should, the questions based on the basics and the proportionality. Shreyas, I will repeat, Shreyas, go for this one first. Go for what is called the test now, the quiz questions, then I'll tell you. If you stay with me the last 5 minutes, I'll explain it. Don't worry. Last 5 minutes. It means exactly at 7 to 7:05. Right. Everybody, please go for the link and start cracking the questions, the quiz questions. I hope we'll crack all the questions. I'm waiting for your reply. Once you finish it, please tell me. Wonderful. Great. 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 Many of you solved it very wonderful. Niranjan, Zan, Mustafa, Kavya. Great. How is the question? How is the question? How did you find it, everybody? Easy. Vishwa is telling very easy. Aditya is telling okay. I hope everybody would have got right answer, isn't it? What is the answer for this? I hope you got the answer for this. The answer for this, anybody? Very, very simple. 85. Great. 85 kilometer. Very, very simple. Because time is speed into time given already. And wonderful, Sriram. What answer for this? Shoaib Akhtar, run of 10 seconds. Wonderful. 10 seconds. Just use the nothing else. Just use the formula and convert into meter per second. Huh? The speed must be converted into meter per second. And what about this? Same equations. The simple equation, 40 minutes answer. Right? You can solve it also traditional way, also tricky way. So a speed is given 30, right? And now it becomes 40. How much increment? Increment is 1 by 3. So 1 by 4 must be decrement. 1 by 4 of initial time, that is T1, is equal to 10 minutes extra given. So T1 is equal to extra, that is 40 minutes. Right? So the question is find out the speed, isn't it? Distance traveled. What is distance? 30 into 40. 40 minutes given, no? They convert into the hour, divide by 60, that's all. So we'll get how much? 20 kilometer. So the question is, what is the usual time take to reach the office and what is the distance I travel? If try both, suppose the answer is 40 minutes in terms of minutes, the time taken, and in terms of the kilometer, distance travel, 20 kilometer. Anyway, go for this one now, the average speed. Shambhavi, great. Mustafa, Aditya, Sriram, Anil. Now everybody, I hope everybody solved it. We'll go for the next, that is called average speed. And I hope you know this. No, I'm not emphasizing more on this. I believe you know this all, the concept. So what is average speed? So I will tell you what is average speed. The textbook language. The average total distance traveled, total distance by total time taken. That is average. I repeat, total distance traveled by total time taken. Now, person A travels 120 kilometer at 40 kilometer per hour, and person B travels 300 kilometer at 60 kilometer per hour. So very simple, है ना? Find out the average speed. देख लो, total distance traveled by both, how much? 120 plus 300. Divide by total time taken. How to find the time taken by A? Very simple. You will say it's a distance traveled by A divide by speed of A. That's all. Plus distance traveled by B, 300 kilometer divide by the speed, 60. That's all. So I hope you will get the answer there. You'll get the answer 420. This is I'm sorry, 420, right? So 420 divide by 3 plus, you will get here 3 plus 5, 8, right? So if you solve it, I'll get 55 times, 2 times, 1 point, and then 5 kilometer per hour. Simple, so far so good, no problem. Just I'll plug in the formula, nothing else. Just I have used the data given, that is given distance, total distance 120 plus 300, right? So 420 divided by total time taken. How to find the time? Distance by the speed, d by the speed for the both the person, 120 by 40 plus 300 by 60. That's all. Now case number 2. Look at the case 2. What happens in this case? Remember friends, in the first case distance is not constant, but the case number 2, d is a constant. Look at this. A person a travels from Bangalore to Mysore, right? From here to here, what speed? 40 kilometer per hour. From here to here. From Mysore to Bangalore, the other person travels what speed? 60 kilometer per hour. Remember, the distance remains constant, isn't it? The d must be the constant. And of course, time is not given, friends. What do you do? Of course, I know what is the average speed, the formula. The formula says total distance traveled by both the people, both the persons. So what could be d plus d, right? Person A and person B travel d going and coming back, one person plus d. T1, how to find T1? Very simple, distance by 40, d by the speed. T2, d by 60, very, very simple. So 2d is equal to, can I say that d common? So 140 plus 1 by 60, no problem. D will get cancelled. देख लो ध्यान से, है ना? तो can I write this way? I'll take LCM here. So an LCM will go to numerator. So I'll take in terms of multiplication only LCM. So 40 into 60 is the LCM. Divide by, of course, I'll get how much? 60 plus 40. That's all. I'll get the answer. So 2 into 40 into 60, right? Divide by 100. 20 get cancelled. So 2 4s are 8, 8 6s are. What should be the answer? This is the very specific case, remember. What should be the answer then? 48 kilometer per hour. Ankita, Aditya, Anjana, and Sriram, you got clean bold, I think, my dear Sriram. Ankita, 2x by x plus y, wonderful. I wanted to introduce this formula in this session. Remember, what is happening basically. Let's say I am saying this is the x kilometer per hour and this is y kilometer per hour. So do we have a formula? Yes, sir, we have a formula. So if I'll substitute this is x and this is y, so what should be the formula y? What we have? Very simple. 2 into x into y divided by x plus y. That is what is x and y? Two different speed. Or many books will write this way: 2 into s1 into s2 divided by s1 plus s2. देख लो ना, बहुत simple है. That is the trick for finding the average speed. When, remember, this is the specific case. This is specific case. Remember, special case. When d is constant. D constant. Remember. You know? Case number 3. Yes, Ankita, wonderful. When we go for this one, case number 3, B travels at what speed? 40 km per hour. For 2 hours, distance not given, but distance must be the different, right? So the average speed, can I say, is equal to, friend, what should be distance here? 40, can I say 40 into 2? That is the distance traveled by A plus S into T, isn't it? This is T. And plus distance traveled by B, 60 into 3, no problem. Divide by 3 plus 2, isn't it? That is the time. So how much you'll get? So will I get 80 plus 180, 260? Divide by 5. Yes, I'll get the answer 52 kilometer per hour. Wonderful. Sriram, Shambhavi, great. Anjana. Ankita, I hope you would have understood this one also. The very simplest. अच्छा, कोई मुझे बताएगा, can anybody tell me this one? This should remind you something we have discussed before. Tell me anything. If you look at this, if you look at this one, the complete the formula I wrote, wonderful Vishwas, wonderful. Vishwas got it. That is the weighted average, right? Weighted average. What is weighted average here? What is weightage? Weightage here. This is W1. This is A1. This is A2, this is W2, right? This is W2 and W1. Weighted average. I hope we have solved the question also based on this, right? Since resultant is not given, I am using this way. If the question is find out the distance covered or the time taken by the other person at this speed, I would have gone for the allegation method, not the resultant, because resultant is not given here. Resultant being asked. If resultant पूछा गया है, तो I'll use the weighted average. That is the average. There's not much difference in this case. Remember, everybody, I'm finding the distance. What distance means? What? Summation, right? A1 into W1 plus A2 into W2 divided by W1 plus W2. Weightage in terms of the time given here. Wonderful, Ankita, Nitin. I will try one question, don't worry, based on this. So you will understand completely. Here we go for we'll dive into the problem, friends. So let's say the questions we'll try. We are very slow, yeah, today. Yeah, please try this question, everybody, fast. I'll give you time, only 10 seconds. Just I help you to visualize the question. This is given 210 kilometer. This is given 140 kilometer. A speed given here 30 kilometer per hour. And this is given 70 kilometer per hour. Vishwas, I think you got clean bold, my dear. Check it once again. Check it once again. Try play once again. हाँ, एक बार फिर से देखो अपने calculation part को, विश्वास. Shreyas got the answer. Shreyas, I think you also got clean bold, my dear. Yes, Shamant got the answer. Shamant is right. Anjana, Sriram, very right. So very simple. Total distance, no average speed. So what is average speed, friends? Distance 210 plus 140 divide by time taken. Divide कर दो इसको. T1 कितना हो जाएगा? 210 divide by 30. T2 कितना होगा? 140 divide by 70. Very simple. I hope you will get the answer, everybody. 350 divide by, we'll get how much here? This is 7, this is 2, 9. So 9 3s are 27, 9 8s are 72, and point, of course, we'll get this one answer, 38.88 kilometer per hour. Shambhavi, you got wonderful. Shambhavi, great. Nitya, we'll go for the next one. Here we go. We are very slow today, isn't it? Second one. Yeah. I traveled from A to B by a bus at 30 kilometer per hour, right? And from B to C, same given. What is the average speed for the whole journey from A to C if the distance between A and B is same as that B and C? देख लो ध्यान से. Distance constant, isn't it? Distance is constant. So I can use the trick directly. What is trick says? The average speed is equal to 2 into S1 into S2 divided by S1 plus S2. Great, Nitya, Anjana, Vishwas. Great. So 2 into 30 into 70 divided by 70 plus 30. So if I try the pencil work for you, for everybody here, so 100, Mustafa also got the right answer. So we'll get 42 kilometer per hour. Great, Prasad. Vardhini, yes, Vardhini, Aditya, Rachna, very right answer. Don't forget to write Mustafa. That is called the unit. Prasad, Vardhini. Right. Here you go for the next one. Yeah. जल्दी बताओ क्या आंसर है इसका. I travel for first 100 kilometer for 50 kilometer per hour. The next 1 hour at 40 kilometer per hour, and the rest of the journey at 60 kilometer per hour. If the average speed of the entire journey is 52 kilometer per hour, find the duration and distance of entire journey. I will just help you in understanding the question by writing the data on the screen. Look at this. The first, second, third part. First part. Speed given. Of course, distance given somewhere, and also is given the time. I'll write one by one. How much the first speed given? 150 kilometer per hour, right? How much distance given here? 100 kilometer. Time not given the first part. Time is not given. Second part, what is given? Time is given 1 hour. And 40 kilometer per hour, given that is a speed. That is not given. Distance not given. Third part, rest of the 60 kilometer per hour, given 60 kilometer per hour. This is not given, and also this is not given. What is given? A given average speed is given 52 kilometer per hour. Sriram, I hope you got the right answer, my dear. Speed is not constant, Aditya. Why is speed is constant? 52 kilometer per hour. The average speed. Right. So very, very simple. How to find out? Of course, the first stage, the first part, what should be the hour here? 2 hours. Because distance given, speed given, 2 hours. What about here? It could be 40 kilometer because time given and speed given. Now here is very difficult to find out. So can I say, if I assume t here, what should be distance now? Speed into time, 60 into t, right? Now, what is average speed formula? Total distance divided by total time, that is given 52. How much total distance here? If add all this, total distance, how much I'll get? Sriram, Vishwas, I think you got the wrong answer, my dear. Check it the number of hours. Shamant, Nitin, we'll check it out once again. We'll check for everybody how much you're right or wrong. I mean, how much you're getting the answer. So if you add all this, can I get 100 plus 40 plus 60t? Total distance traveled by total time taken, 2 plus 1 plus t. It means, can I say 3 plus t is equal to 52? No problem. All units are no problem in well condition. Now solve it. This is, so can you say 140, if you cross multiply, so 140 plus 60t is equal to, cross multiply, 15 to 3 150 and 6 156 plus 52t. Very simple. If it's 60t minus 52t, 8t is equal to 156 minus 140, 16, right? So t is equal to 2 hours. Now I'll plug in 2 here. This is the 2. Total time, how much? Total time is must be 2 plus 2 plus 2, 5 hours. If I got the 5 hours, so what should be total distance? Total distance, of course, plug in 2 here, I'll get 120 kilometer here. So 100, it means 100 plus 40 plus 120, right? The answer could be 260 kilometer. Wonderful. Great. It means Mustafa, right answer, Mustafa, 2 hours, not total. I hope you were talking about the third stage. The third part is 2 hours only. He covered in 2 hours, right? Vishwas, Sriram, right answer. Wonderful. Great, Mustafa. We'll go for the next now. Just the matter of the fact, what should we have? We should have the data. That's all. If you know how to put the data in a proper way, you will get the answer in this contest. Next one. Here we go for fourth one. Yeah. Very simple. I hope you will get the answer. Everybody will get the answer here. Right? Everybody will get the answer within 10 seconds. To equal distance, है ना? तो हम use कर सकते हैं formula directly. What should be the average speed? How much given? 72 given. Use the 2x 2 into 60 into x. Divide by 60 plus x. Just use the average speed formula when distance is constant, isn't it? So I just plug in here. 90. Vishwas, I hope you got the right answer. I do not know this answer. Let's try out. Rachna, I don't. Rachna, Viresh got all different answers. So what should be here? This is 72. If we cancelling out 6 times 12 six are and 12 fives are, isn't it? So can I say that if you multiply, cross multiply 360 plus 6x is equal to 10x. So 4x is equal to 360. So x must be 360 divided by 4. That should be 90 kilometer per hour. Yes. Rachana, I hope you got the right answer now in the second attempt. Great. Pawan, Nitya, Sriram, Shambhavi got the answer. Wonderful. Great. Now, I hope you understood. Very simple, very simple. Needless to explain once again. So just plug in the formula because distance is equal. Next one. Here we go. Tell me the answer for this, everybody. Of course, you can solve both ways. 2 ways you can solve it. So one way is allegation also. Remember, this is the A1, average one. This is A2, right? And of course, 300 kilometer divided by 6, I'll get AR, isn't it? Resultant. Complete distance in 6. It means 50 kilometer per hour is a resultant. Resultant is given. I can find out the weightage ratio. What is the weightage ratio? The time ratio, you can find it. And if you'll find the time ratio, I have the complete 6 hours, right? So anyway, I will try both way, friends, also for the beginners. Now, beginners will like the traditional way. I know that. That is the fact. No, of course, when I was preparing for this, so of course I used to have the traditional way first, right? So the mind gets happy. Once you understand the traditional way, of course we can find out the allegation method. Look at this. Total time given, no? It means total time given T1 plus T2 is given 6 hours, friends. And T is equal to, D by S. Distance by speed. And what is the total distance given? How much? 300 kilometers. So one distance, I'll assume X divide by speed, 45. The second distance is 300 minus X because complete is 300 given distance, total distance divide by second speed given 60 is equal to 6. देख लो ना बस यही तो है. I'll find the X. Right? Once I'll find the X, I also find the 300 minus X, the both distance I'll get it. The distance traveled at 45 kilometer per hour, the X value, and the distance traveled at 60 per hour. What is the value? 300 minus X. I hope you will solve it, my dear. Sri Ram, you got clean bold. Sri Ram, you try once again. Right? Let's see. Yes, Viresh got the right answer. Viresh, wonderful. Wonderful, Viresh. Yeah. So I am just leaving for you to get the answer. You will get here X is equal to, yeah, I do not know what is X is equal to. We need to solve it. Shall we solve it now? Chalo solve kar lete hain. So what is the LCM here? 62 is a 120. No, not divisible by 45. 63 is a 180. And 180 is divisible by 45. It means the LCM must be 180. So 45 4s are 180. So 4x. Right? 63 is so 3 into 300, 900. I'll multiply directly to open the bracket minus 3x. Check it once again. Correct. So of course we'll get 900 plus x is equal to 18 6 108. 10. So x must be 1080 minus 900, friends. I hope you got the answer. That is 180. It means 180 kilometer traveled at what speed? Remember, at 45 speed, 45 kilometer per hour. And I'll get 300 minus x. How much I'll get? So 300 minus 180, 120. 120 kilometer, what speed? At 60 kilometer per hour. That's all, right? Yes, Rachna, Shambhavi, Sagar, Anjana, Viresh, everybody, wonderful. I mean, this is the traditional way of solving it. And I'm leaving for you to solve it in the allegation method. Just I'll plug in the form, I'll plug in the structure and take the screenshot and try yourself. 45 here, 60 must be here, resultant must be here, right? So I'll get the difference. What is difference here? 5. What is difference here? Difference 10. So 1 is to 2 is to 1. So 2 is to 1 is the ratio. What ratio? Remember, S1 T1 plus S2 T2. What is the ratio? I should get it. That is T1 is to T2. It means this is the weightage 1 and weightage 2 in terms of what? In terms of the time duration. Time duration. And total time given, friend, 6 hours. So I'm leaving for you to get the answer. So find out the distance traveled at this speed. At distance is equal to S into T. Once I'll find the T, I'll multiply into 60. And distance traveled at this speed, I'll get the answer. So I'm leaving to you. You should get the answer using the allegation method. We are very slow as of now. We'll go with the next question. That is we have done the average speed. Now we'll go for this speed that is called relative speed. Relative speed is much important also. So I hope you can see the screen. Friends, you see the first right side, relative speed. I repeat in statement, what is the meaning of relative speed? I repeat, the speed of any one object. Let's say two bodies are moving. Remember, relativity I'm talking about, relative speed. When the two bodies are moving, the speed of any one body with respect to the other body, that is called relative speed. Speed of any one body, I'm not saying any particular body, any one body with respect to the other, that is relative speed. The two cases are there, relative speed. One case is there, if the two bodies are moving in the same direction or in opposite direction. First case given here, that is the opposite direction. What should we do? We add, right? X plus Y. What is X and Y? X and Y are two different speeds of the respective bodies. So case 2, same direction, right? The keyword is given here, same direction or the overtake. This is called the, of course, we'll get the same direction. X minus Y, we should subtract. Keep in the mind this two. And what is effective speed? I'll give you a real-time example. What effective speed? Everybody would have seen the escalator in the shopping mall. Escalator, where we move on the escalator in the shopping mall. If you are moving on the moving escalator, that is called effective speed. It's not relative speed. That is called effective speed. If you are running inside the running train, that is called effective speed. Effective. And one more example, what we study, what we learned, what we in the textbook, and boats on a stream. If a motor boat moves along the flow of water, right, that is called effective speed. Its speed will get increased. Overall speed will get increased, and that is called the downstream, the second case. The first case given effective speed, if the motor boat moves against the flow of water, against, it means opposite, against the flow of water, of course the overall effective speed will get decreased, and that's why that is called the upstream. What happens upstream? It happens the subtraction, u minus v. What is u here? The speed of the boat. What is v here? Speed of the stream. In upstream, u minus v. In downstream, u plus v. Practically you can understand both. Downstream means what? Along the flow of water. Of course, the effective speed will get increased. What is the upstream? Against the flow of water, of course, will increase. If you compare both, friends, relative and effective, you will understand what is the difference here. Look at this. Opposite direction, what happens here? What happens here? Look at this. We add here, we subtract here, isn't it? Now look at here. Same direction. What happens here? We subtract here, we add here. That is the difference between relative and effective. Effective. A simple example, you would have understood escalator example. Let's say you want to go to the 3rd floor to watch the movie, and and the escalator is coming down. It means the escalator is moving downwards direction and you are stepping up. Of course, your effective speed will get decreased. You have to take the escalator which is moving upward direction. So you will reach faster. It means effective speed will get increased. Anyway, we'll try the questions based on this. The one question given here we go. And I hope you'll get the answers. Just to make you understand the question, I will explain it. A cat and rat is given, the two positions given, let's say this is 1. Question reads as a cat and a rat are separated by a distance of 10 meters. The rat is moving at the speed of 2 meters per second and the cat is moving at the speed of 3 meters per second in the same direction. Find the time taken by the cat to catch the rat. Of course, the cat is here. Rat is here. Same direction. It means the cat wants to catch the rat, right? It means the speed of the cat must be the greater. 3 meters per second. Mustafa, you got clean bold, my dear. Yes, Shreyas, Vishwas, Sriram, Pawan, and this is the 2 meters per second, right? So this is the 10 meter. Very, very simple. Now, how to find out the time taken by the cat to catch the rat? Distance traveled divided by relative speed. Why relative speed? Because both bodies moving in the same direction. Pawan, Shamant, great. So how much distance here? 10 meter. Divide by. What is the relative speed here? Same direction, I should subtract. Very, very simple. The units, no problems, given the same unit. So we'll get 10 seconds. So within 10 seconds, at the 10th second, the cat will catch the rat, right? The work finished, right? Of course, the work of the cat, the target achieved, mission possible. At what time? At 10 seconds, right? Now I'll give you something, the background work of this, why we subtract. And I'll appreciate if you do all this work at home. I'll tell you, Sagar is very important. He asked very good question. Why relative speed and not effective speed? I'll tell you why is that. Sagar, relative speed is that two separate body moving. Remember, relative speed. What happened effective speed? One body acts on another body. That is called effective speed. We have seen the example, no? Trains example, escalator example, boat and stream example, treadmill. You know, treadmill, what happens? You are running on the treadmill, right? And that's why if you're running on the ground, running on the treadmill, both have a difference here. So you would have find this one, both a difference, because treadmill is also moving, right? So energy invested in the using the treadmill is very, very less. Anyway, so remember the relative speed is two separate body moving. Effective speed, not separate. Boats in a stream. The motor boat moves along the flow of water, right? Effective is not overall. Effective is overall. Now, so okay, Sagar, now remember, I'll give you some background work for you. Since we do not have much time, I'll not work out the complete. So I will appreciate if you do at home yourself. See what I want to mention it here. The movement of cat, I'll write here at this column. Movement of rat, I'll write here. The distance covered by the cat, distance covered by the cat, and distance covered by rat. From where? From a starting point. No? So this is the reference point. This is the reference point, this one. So within 1 second, tell me, distance kitna cover karenge cat? Of course, only 3 meters. If you see that. And of course, the rat will cover again 2 meters. Wonderful, great stress. 2 here. So plus 10 plus 12. From where? From the, I'm talking about reference point, the initial point. After 2 seconds, where could be the cat? Distance covered by the cat? 6 meters. What about here? 14 meters. अब देखो आगे देखना आप लोग क्या होता है. What happens here? 9 meters. Distance covered by the cat from the starting point. What about here? 16 meters. What is increment here? 2 increment. Now see what is happening. Difference between these two bodies, how much here? 9 meter. Difference after 2 seconds, the difference between the two bodies, how much? 8 meter. I hope you are understanding it. And the difference between after third second, the difference between the two bodies, how much? 7 meter. देख लो क्या हो रहा है. Every second, the distance between the two bodies decreases by 1 meter. And that's why the speed is what? 1 meter per second. Isn't it? Because look at this, 9 meter difference here, 8 meter difference here, 7 meter difference here, right? It means at the 10th second, right? At the 10th second, what happened? The difference between the two bodies must be 0. Why? Because at that time, of course, the cat would have achieved his target, its target. Very, very simple, right? So work out at home and try to understand and take one more direction, opposite each other. This is in the same direction, right? Take one more example. Let's say the two bodies moving towards each other. What is happening? Why we add, we'll get the clue, we'll get the understanding in your mind why we add when the two bodies moving towards each other. Do the work at home, this background work at home, right? So 1 meter per second is the relative speed because every second the distance between the two bodies is decreased by 1 second. And that's why we subtract 3 minus 2 is equal to 1 meter per second. Of course, by 10 seconds, the cat will catch the rat. Here we go for the second question, friends. Yeah. चलो बताओ इसका. Two stations A and B are 110 kilometer apart on a straight line. One train starts from A at 7 a.m. and travels towards B at the speed of 20 kilometer per hour. Okay. Another train starts from B at 8 a.m. and travels towards A at a speed of 25 km per hour. Very simple. See, I mean, all the statement given, the classical question on the placement, I am solving it. This is one of the type of the trends problem. So anyway, we'll discuss the trends problem after some time, but I'll explain this. I will just explain. 4 hours is giving the answer. Shamant, I think wrong answer, my dear. Try once again. The question says, station A, station B. Vishwas, right answer, I think Vishwas. Okay. At A, 7 a.m. starts from here. By what speed? Speed is given. Given how much? 20 km per hour. At this, it started at what time? 8 a.m. What is the speed given? Speed given, that is 25 km per hour. Shamant, I think right answer, my dear. Shaman, Vishwas. Vishwas, check it once again. Right, so should be, what is the important part here? Remember, everybody, the thought process must be very clear. The distance given, complete distance given, how much? 110 kilometer. So unit conversion, no problem. So it all okay, right? The time should be constant. They can use the formula. What is the formula? Time taken d by s, isn't it? D by s means what about it? Should be rs. Rs means what? Relative speed, because both bodies are moving. So time must be constant. This is 7 a.m. This is 8 a.m. So I can't use the formula. So what should be time? Just make it constant here. Let's say up to this 8 a.m. This person would have traveled, right? Traveled how much? 20 kilometer. So what is remaining distance covered? Need to be covered now, here to here. Need to be covered 90 kilometer remaining. Now the time becomes 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Now I can use the formula. So 90 kilometer divide by towards each other. Should I add? Yes, pretty much. I should add both to get the relative speed. So 90 divided by 45, I'll get 2 hours. 2 hours कहीं से भी ले लो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता ना. So we'll take 8 a.m. to 2 hours. So 8 a.m. plus 2 hours कितना हो जाएगा? 10 a.m. right? So what should be the answer? Great, Mustafa. At what time will they meet? Of course, they will meet at 10 a.m. Great. I hope you understood everybody. Right? Number 3. We'll go for number 3. Yes, here we go. इसका तो बता दो यार, बहुत सिंपल है. You will solve it. I'll give you time, 10 seconds. A boat takes a total of 6 hours to row 8 kilometers downstream. Downstream given. Right? Downstream given. Downstream. Downstream means what? So you can understand downstream means U plus V. That should reflect in your mind instantly, right? If whenever we're talking about downstream means what? U plus V. Very simple. And return back, it means upstream, right? Let's say this is the river movement of river, and this is the downstream. That is a U plus V. So what should be this one? Of course, U minus V. By default, you should understand. Right. So if let's say if I'm moving along the flow of water downstream, I'm coming back, it means against the flow of water, U minus V. And total time is given. Very, very simple question. We have done this question already. Tell me the answer for this. I hope you will solve it. I am waiting for your reply. Can I solve it? Okay, चलो solve करते हैं. Total time taken 6 hours है ना? So T1 plus T2 given 6 hours. So what is T1? Distance by speed. What is the total distance? 8 kilometers. So 8 divided by downstream, it means U plus V. U is given. U how much given? U is given 3 kilometer per hour. V is not given. So I'll write 3 plus V. Of course, same distance coming back. D is the constant. So 3 minus V upstream is equal to 6. That's all. That's all. That's all. So just matter of fact, that is just pencil work. You can solve it. So can I say LCM is A square minus B square? It means 9 minus B square. So I will get this is 24 8V plus 24 plus 8V. 8V will get cancelled is equal to given here 6. So if we cross multiply friends, so 24, 24, 48. So 48 is equal to 9 6 are 54 minus 6V square. Just cross multiplying, hai na? So how much you get? 6V square is equal to 6. So V is equal to 1. The question is, what is the question? Upstream and downstream, right? For how much time? This is T1 and T2 find. What is T1? Plug in 1 here, right? 3 plus 1. So T1 must be 8 by 4. That is 2 hours, right? T2, plug in and V is equal to 1 here. 3 minus 2, 3 minus 1, 2. So T equal to 8 by 2 is equal to 4 hours. That's all. Yes, Anjana, I hope you got the answer, everybody. Mustafa, what happened, everybody? Very silent now. It's a very difficult question. Shamant, Vishwas, Shambhavi, all Vishwas, this is all very silent this time. Huh? Okay, Sriram, I hope you understood. Everybody understood. Can we go for the quiz now? The quiz based on relative speed and average speed. Here we go. Great, Shamant. So I will copy the link and I will request to go for the quiz. I'll share the quiz link. Here we go. We got this link and please try this. I hope you will crack it very soon. Do that. So once you complete, and we'll go for the next module. Once you finish it, please tell me, everybody. Great. Great, Shamant. Wonderful. Anjana, Shamant. Completed. Wonderful. Kushal, Rohan, Shreyas, Ishani Bora. Ishani Bora. Great, Sriram. Shamant is done. There are two Shamant, right? Shamant, okay. Sriram. Great. Sheila. Wonderful, Sheila. Once you finish, please tell me, give me acknowledgement. So if at least 20-30 members will give me acknowledgement, so I'll go for the next module. Sumeda, great Sumeda, Madhumita. How was the question? Madhumita, how was the question? Vishwas, great Vishwas. I hope Vishwas, you got all the correct answer. Vishwajit, great, wonderful. Vishwajit, can you rate the question of, let's say, difficulty level out of 5? How much you rate out of 5? Level of difficulty. Vishwajit, Vishwas, Aditya, anybody can tell me. Nitin, Sriram is telling 4 by 5. Okay. Are you telling the marks or the level of difficulty? 4 by 5 is difficult question. Oh my God. 4 by 5. My God. It means difficult, right? You were saying, Aditya, Vishwajit? Okay, okay. Okay, okay. What is that? Okay, okay, Aditya. I don't understand. Okay, okay. It's difficult to understand. Okay, okay, okay. That's okay. No, this is very difficult word. One mistake you said. Okay. So 75. If one wrong, 25% lesser. It means 75% right. Great. Right. So shall we go for the next module? अरे जल्दी बोल दो, बहुत time कम है. Very less time we have. And this is the one benefit of being online, no online discussion and online training session. One benefit is there because we can save the time. So विश्वजीत is telling हाँ sir कर दो start. ठीक है विश्वजीत. As your आपका जो आदेश है. Okay. Prasad, yes, Prasad, we can start now. Great. Kavya, Rachna, all telling yes. So what about the remaining participants? I sometimes I don't get the reply from the remaining part. Let's there is one person. The person name is I'll tell you. Brijesh. Brijesh telling yes, wonderful Brijesh. Now Madhumita, great. Niranjan, Usha, Kirti, wonderful, great. Thank you. चलो वेल चलते हैं नेक्स्ट में. अनामिका, यस अनामिका, नेक्स्ट में जाएंगे अभी. Now quiz number 1, I'll discuss it. Sharmila, yes Sharmila, Shivanand, I understood. Thank you so much. Everybody's alive. So thankful. No, I am thankful basically. I am thankful you are alive and you are listening the session. Okay. So what is the answer for this? You got the answer for this? Should I solve or you will see yourself? Tell me, yes or no. Should I solve this question or you can solve it? Distance constant, hai na? Distance constant. But in what form given? Okay, Shamant can solve in this form. So D, very simple. Now remember the case 2. Hai na? Case 2. What you've seen the average speed, the case 2 problem. Same thing. Here, they're given only two speeds were given. Here given 3 speeds are given. Very simple. Here let's say A B and C. A to B, what is speed given? 30 km per hour. B to C, what is speed given? 40 km per hour. C to A, let's say what is given here? 50 km per hour. Right? So can you find the time? T1, what should be T1? D by S, D by 30. Time taken by person from B to C, covering B to C, D by 40. What is T3? T3 D by 50. Very, very simple. So total distance 3D. D plus D plus D. So total time taken D by 30, D by 40, and D by 50. That's all. Just solve it, you will get the answer. D will get cancelled, no? D will get cancelled. So we will get the answer. So I am just leaving to you this all this the operations, the working pencil work you do at home. Thank you. We'll go with the next one, friends. The next quiz number 2. What is the answer you got for this? I hope you would have got the answer. What is given? At what distance will policeman will catch the thief? Aditya, you got wrong, my dear. Aditya. Viresh got the right answer. Yes, Viresh. So see, to find the distance, distance means what? S into T. It means I should know the time taken by the police, right? The time taken by the police to catch the thief, I should know that. They can find the distance. So what is the time taken by the police to catch? Time is equal to D by S. What is distance? Initial distance 200. So I need to convert into the kilometer, divide by 1000, right? Divide by, this is the distance, kilometer. Divide by the speed. What is speed given? Both bodies are moving. It means the thief and the policeman both running in the same direction, of course, right? So what subtraction it means, right? So 12 minus 10, right? That is a kilometer per hour. So how much I'll get? I will get cancel. I'll get 1 by 10. Yes, if you write this is 2, 5, 2, 1 by 10, 1 by 10 hours to catch the thief. This is a time taken. So at what distance the policeman catch the thief? Very, very simple. S into T. Now T, I know that. S how much? Speed of the policeman 12 by 10 by 1 by 10. That's all. So 1.2 kilometer. At this time, at this distance, 1.2 kilometer, the policeman would have caught the thief. Right, Nitin, Sriram, Viresh. Here we go with the next one. Next quiz number 3. I hope you got the answer for this one. I will not solve it this if you tell me yes also. So everybody would have got the answer. The ratio of upstream and downstream, right? What is question? Rated the speed of a boat in still water is 10 meter per second, and the speed of stream is given 6 meter per second. If the boat is moving upstream and against the downstream, what is the ratio of the time taken to? Very simple. Na? What is the ratio of speed upstream and downstream? Upstream means what? U minus V. Downstream is what? U plus V. So 10 minus 6, what कितना होगा? 4 and 16. ये तो रेशियो हो गया किसका? स्पीड का. टाइम का कितना हो जाएगा? है ना? अब तो समझ आ गया होगा आपको. That's all. Inversely proportional है ना? तो what should be 4:1? S and T both are inversely proportional. You will get the answer. Here we go for the next one, quiz number 4. Yeah. What is the answer for this? A man can row upstream at 7 km per hour and downstream are a very simple distance speed given. Upstream is what? U minus V. That is 7 km per hour. And what is given up downstream? U plus V. That is a 10. Cancel out the V, the two equations given, 2U plus 17, isn't it? And U is equal to 8 by 8.5 kilometer per hour. To get the value of V, the speed of the stream, plug in here. So 10 minus 8.5. How much I'll get? 1.5. Wonderful. Anamika. बहुत अच्छा. Great. Viresh, Anamika. Great. That's all. Very, very simple. I hope you will solve it now. This. The next topic is that is called the trends problem. है ना? We'll try this trends problem now. Very, very simple. I mean, you know this, I think. You must be knowing it. The first case. If a train of length 45 meter crosses a lamp post with a height of 5 meter in 45 meter per second, at यहाँ पे ये होगा ना, at होगा, at the speed 45 meter per second, in what duration the train will completely cross the post? देख लो. So crossing time है ना, crossing time. Lamppost, pole, you can say pole or lamppost. So what should be the distance traveled by the train divided by the speed of the train? Very, very simple. So distance traveled by the train kya hoga? Its length itself, right? So if the train comes here, then I can say travel. It means how much travel distance? Its length itself. So 45 meter length. What is the speed? Speed is 45 meter per second. It means within 1 second, the train will cross the pole. If you see that. Now, many beginners will say, sir, why we should not take the width of the pole? So I will remind those people the width of the pole is negligible in compared to the length of the train. That's why we should not add the width of the pole. And what is given in the question, the height given, the height of 5 meter, just to make you confused. The train is not moving in upward direction, isn't it? The train is moving horizontally, not vertical, it's moving upward direction, horizontally. So the width of the pole is negligible, we should neglect. Okay, second case. Look at now the train is passing the platform or a bridge of length given 135, crossing time. Now the time must be, what is the time here? Time must be distance by speed. Again, speed of what? Speed of the train. Distance covered by the train कितना होगा यहाँ पे? Can anybody tell me? Distance covered by the train is the length of the train plus the length of the platform. Yes, Sriram. Divide by the speed. Only one body, no problem, no relative speed here. Speed 45. That's all. So 180 divided by 45. So 45 fours are, that means 4 seconds. So in 4 seconds, the train will cross the bridge or platform given of length 135 meter completely. So this is the crossing time, 4 seconds. Wonderful. Here we go for the next scenario. The next scene is given here. Scene number 3. Look at this. Train of length 45 meter, of course, crosses this one stationary train length of 90 meter. So of course, one train is moving, one train is not moving. So what should be the distance traveled by any one train? Sorry, one train. The length of the first train, length of the second train. And only one train is moving. That is 45 meter per second. Isn't it? I hope you will get the answer. Right? Sridham, this is the time taken. So 90 plus 45 divided by 45. I'll get the answer. I'm leaving for you for the calculation. Great, Aditya. Here we go for the next case. Now in this case, both trains are moving in the opposite direction, right? So the crossing time kitna hoga? Again, D by S. Distance covered by any one train must be the length of both the trains. So 90 plus 45. Relative speed now, because both trains are moving in the opposite direction. What should I do? I should add 90 plus 45. Great, Vishwas. That's all. I'll get number of seconds. So now what about here? What happens here? The other case. Both trains moving in the same direction. The only difference is in the speed. Relative speed what kya ho jayega? Subtract ho jayega. 90 minus 45. That's all. I'll get the seconds. The answer. I hope there is very, very simple scenarios. This scenario must be understood. What is the complete summary of this? The summary is whenever the train is passing the platform or the bridge. So I should find the distance covered by the train is equal to length of the train plus length of the bridge or platform, right? Or if a train is passing the other train, so I should add the length of the trains to get the distance. And remember one more point, if one body is moving, so no relative speed. If two bodies are moving, so of course we should consider relative speed. Sagar, I hope you understood, Sagar. Your question was relative speed. Right. We'll try the questions now. Here we go. Tell me the answer for this. 2 centimeter long train running at 120 kilometer per hour crosses another train running at 80 kilometer per hour in 9 seconds. कितना simple है. What is the length of the other train? जल्दी बताओ. Length of the other train. Time is given, no? Time is equal to d by s. Very, very simple. But in fact is the RS, no? Another train is two trains moving. So time is given 9 seconds. Distance covered by the train. So distance 270. The other train length we do not know, let's say x, divide by the speed. What is speed given? 120 and 80 kilometer per hour. And opposite direction, it means should add. So 120 plus 80. Remember, be careful. Units, I know this is given in meter, I think, isn't it? Meter. Should be convert into meter per second. So 5 by 18. Right? So just pencil work, 270 plus x, multiply 9 into, how much will get addition here? 200 into 5 by 18. So 9 to the 200, 100 to the 200. So x is equal to 500 minus 270. Perfect. 230. Yes, Shamant, Aditya. Vishwas, 90 meter. Clean bold. Shriram, Vishwas, both. Shamant is right. Vishwas, now you got the answer. 230 meter must be the length of the other train. Okay, right. So we'll go for the next one. It is very simple. Just we added here length 1, length train 1, length 2 to get the distance. And why relative speed? Because both bodies are moving. Sagar, I hope you understood, Sagar. 230, wonderful, great. Next question. Here we go. Number 2. जल्दी बताओ क्या आंसर है इसका. 180 meter long train crosses a man standing on a platform. Very simple question, no? I think the similar question on the lamp post. Right? Because a man is standing means what? Like a lamp post. Should get the answer. The width of the person is negligible. तो क्या होगा? Time taken by the train. So 180 distance हो गया, length itself divide by time is given now. A speed, right? So I can find out the speed here. Speed is equal to, no problem, I'll get to 9 meter per second. But the question is in terms of kilometer per hour. So what should be 9 into 18 by 5. I hope it's right, enough. So 18 nines are 162 divided by 5. I hope 5 threes are 15, 5 yes, kilometer per hour. Wonderful. Sagar, Anjana, Aditya. Aditya, what happened, Aditya? You got clean bold. Sriram got right answer. Vishwas, Viresh. Great. Mustafa, great. Right, Aditya. I hope all people are understanding it there. Everybody, tell me yes. Anamika, all those people. Yes, Anamika, great. Wonderful. Ankita, Brajesh understood. Shreyas, great. Nishant, Amir Pasha, wonderful Amir. I hope you are solving. Nitya, Prasad, great. So we'll go for the next, Arun. Yes, Arun, we go for the next question. Here we go for the next, that is the third question. Tell me the answer first. Shamant, yes. Nishant, can you turn off your speaker, my dear? Nishant, turn off your speaker. Nishant, yes. Yeah. Very simple. I hope you'll get the answer. I'm waiting for your reply now. I will not solve it this question perfectly. I want your reply on this. No problem, Nishant. No problem. Please solve it. Sriram is saying man speed. Not given, my dear. Not given. Man speed. Sriram, I hope you got the clue. You got it. You got the clue. The man, this is the main clue I wanted to project through this question. The answer also wonderful. Sagar got this 100 meter. Sagar, clean bowled, very full toss ball. You got clean bowled. Very simple question, Sagar. You should solve it this one. बोलते ना full toss ball. It's not googly ball. Very full toss. Mustafa also got the answer 25 meter. Mustafa bowled. Mustafa clean bowled. So I can say if this way you are replying the answer, so I can say, of course, this is the googly question then. Mustafa, anybody else who can? Shamant is telling some problem is there in the. Yes, Shamant is telling some problem is there in the pitch, sir. No, nahi, aisa nahi hai, Shamant. Sagar is telling 10. Sagar, again you got clean bowled. 2 balls you played already. Vishwas is telling 6 kilometer. Was you also got clean bowled, my dear. Oh my God! So I can say it's a googly, right? This is a googly question then. What about the other players? All participants reply on this question. If this is the fact, of course I will not solve it then. You work at home then and tell me the answer then for this question. Sriram, any idea, Sriram? Sriram didn't get it. Shamant, I hope there's no problem in the page. Sriram is stuck with the equation. Okay. Anybody else? All respected the smart minds. Prasad got the answer 100 meter. Prasad again the clean bowled. Aditya 2.7. Okay. Yes, Nitin. Nitin is a googly question. 2.7 is also wrong answer. Achha, what is given? Given the data, now what is given? 36 meter. Vardhani also clean bowled. Vardhani clean bowled. Of course, then I can say is the googly question then. So everybody's getting clean bowled. All smart, intelligent minds. Okay. So we'll try this. The data given, time is given. Huh? Time, how much given? Ankita 416. Wrong. Wrong, Ankita. Sriram 360. Oh my God. Look at this, everybody. I'm solving it. Time is equal to what? Distance by relative speed. Both bodies, man and a person. How much given time? 10 seconds. What is the distance covered here? Of course, the distance covered by the train is its length itself. Not given. Let's say assuming TL, length itself. Length of the man, of course, negligible in compared to the train length, so I should not add. What about the speed here? Relative speed, running parallel to the track, crosses, it means in the same direction, crosses, same direction. So speed of the train and the speed of the man, right? And if you look at this question, 6 is equal to TL, how much given speed of the train? 60. Speed of the man is not given. Yeah, will you get the answer? I will not get the proper one unique answer. It's insufficient. Data is not sufficient to get the answer. Why is that? Because the length of the train is not given, and as the Sriram said initially, the speed of the man is not given. So how do I find out the length of the train? Right? So data is insufficient to get the proper and the unique solution. Sagar is not, you can say it's a no ball, but the googly question in this context, in the aptitude skill context, it's a googly question. So you should find out, this is what I wanted to project in your mind. That is, the data is insufficient, I should not get the answer. Right, Vibhu, we'll go for dead ball. Prasad is telling we can consider the speed of the man is negligible. How do you consider, my dear, the man negligible? Man can, the width of the man, not the speed. Man can run 30 km per hour, 20 km per hour, even 10 km per hour, even the 5 km per hour, right? So we cannot take the negligible, the man's speed, Prasad. Anyway, we go for the next one, question. Now, this is the question now. The question based on circular track, right? Circular track. Remember, both are very different. Whatever we have seen as of now is a linear track. Right? Different, not the same. They're very different both. In circular track, runners keep running laps. If the I'm getting the sound. Reshma, can you turn off your speaker, Reshma? I hope you can hear me out.
ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೊಡಿತದ ಕಣೋ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಹೊಡಿತಿರೋದು ಇದು ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್.
Reshma, I hope you can hear me out. Turn off your speaker. Yeah. Ankita is telling man parallel to the track as a track parallel to. Okay, Ankita, I hope you understood, Ankita. Anyway, now the same thing here. Let's say this is a question. After how much time will they meet each other? Right? The time taken, after how much time will they meet each other? So both person moving at the same direction, what speed? 20 meter per second and 10 meter per second, right? So again, the time is equal to D by RS. Very simple. What is it here? Distance is the circumference, isn't it? Circumference, circle track. How much given circumference? 100 meter. Divide by relative speed, the same concept what we have discussed so far. So in the same direction, 20 minus 10. That's all. Yes, my dear. Shreyas, 10 seconds. I'll get this. Of course, they will meet. What about here? Same thing. So 100 meters is the distance. So what should be relative speed here? Opposite direction they are moving. I know. Moving in opposite direction. So what should be? I should add both. Meter per second. So I'll get 100 by 30. It means 10 by 3 meter per second. Very, very simple. So now we'll try a few questions. Then we'll go for the quiz. Last only 2-3 questions. Here we go. Right? Same concept. But remember one very important here. Two bicycles ride in opposite direction. So remember this one clue, one hint, opposite directions around the circular track. Starting at the same time from the same point, no problem, okay. Cyclist A rides at this speed, 3 km per hour. Cyclist B rides at 1 km per hour. If the track has a diameter, I can find out 2 pi r, that is circumference. So after how much time will the two cyclists meet? Can you give me the answer? The time is equal to distance by rs. What is distance here? 2 pi r. So 4 kilometer means what? So what is radius? 2. So 2 pi r means what? 4 pi. 4 pi divided by relative speed. Opposite direction, isn't it? It means 3 plus 1. Wonderful. Great. Great, everybody. Kilometer per hour. So what should be? So pi. It means 3.14 hours. Right answer. Mustafa is not kilometer, my dear. Mustafa. Vishwas is not kilometer. Okay. Nitin, you want to tell something? Okay. Pi. It's hours, right? It's given, all the data is given in the hour. So it should be in the hour. Okay. Here we go for the second question. Yeah. Two bicycle, they're very simple. Remember what a difference. Opposite in direction around a circular track, starting at the same time and the same point. Cyclist A rides 20 km per hour. Cyclist B given here. Now if the track has a diameter of 35 km, right? Now the very, very important. After how much time they will meet for the first time at starting point? देखो यहाँ पे, है ना? Important starting point, not anywhere. The last question was it can be anywhere, right? But this question is at the starting point for the first time. For the first time, a starting point. These two persons should meet at the starting point. It means initial point from where they have started running, right? So what we'll do, I'll find out the time taken by A to complete one round. One round means what? One circumference is one round. It means what is circumference here? 2 pi r. What should be the area? 2 into pi, I can say 22 by 7 into r. R should be the half of 35, the distance, right? Divide by speed of the cyclist A. How much? 20. I'll remember I'm finding the time taken by A to complete one round. That's all. Only one round. So 7 5s are, this is 11 2s are, and 5 4s are, and sorry, this is 11, sorry, 11 and 5 4s are. So how much you'll get? 22 by 4. It means 11 by 2. That is the hours. Time taken by A. Time taken by B to complete one round. Same thing, I'll write the distance 2 pi r. 35 by 2 because radius should be the half. Divide by what is speed on the speed? 15. Isn't it? 7 5s are again, this is 11 and this is 3s are, right? So 22 divided by 3. Right? Now remember, I'm talking about the when they will meet, right? For the first time at a starting point, I should take the least common multiple of both. Time taken, how much? 11 by 2, comma 20. Yes, Vishwas. Yes, right answer, Vishwas. So what is the LCM of numerator? I know you how to find out, because we have done already in the very first session to find the LCM of fraction. So LCM of denominator 2 comma 3. How much I'll get? I'll get the LCM, that is 22 divided by 1. Sriram, I hope you understood, Sriram. So 22 hours. After 22 hours, they will meet for the first time at the starting point. I hope you understood. For the first time at the starting point. right? Remember the difference question, the first question, second question. This is the only two types of problem you will get often in the placement drive. The starting point. Second time when they will meet at the starting point, 44 hours. Second time they will meet at the starting point, second multiple, third time, fourth multiple, fourth time, and so on. Not anywhere at the starting time, as the starting point, right? So we'll go for the quiz now, right? So we have the quiz link. I will give you the link right away. So this is for the quiz for everybody. Here we go, the quiz. I hope you got the link, everybody, now. Please go for the quiz. Great. One person finished. How was the question, Jane? How was the question? Was it difficult or easy? Then can you reply? Can you tell me in the text how was the question? And how much marks you got? Please, Jane, do not say it was okay, okay. Okay, I don't understand. Okay, you got 3 out of how many questions were there in the quiz? 4 questions were there. So 3 out of 4. Okay, great. Shamant, what's your marks? Shamant, tell your marks also. 3. Okay. Aditya, 3 out of 4. Okay, Aditya. Okay, 3. It means 2 wrong. Huh? So once you try and also tell me the answer also. Nirupama, 4. Nirupama, great Nirupama. Of course, Nirupama, I can guess it. Nirupama would have got the wrong answer last one. I can get Shamant, last question. I hope so. Okay, great, right. Expected, so no problem. It was a tricky question. Okay. And anyone else? Please tell me once. Once you finish it, please tell me. Shivanand, tell me, my dear, your answer. How many right answer? How many correct? 4. Okay. Great. You would have also got clean bold in the last question, Shivanand. Okay, because 3 participants were given, huh? That's why. I wanted to check your thought process, how you're taking it, the relative speed. That's why I gave questions, the 3 participants in the track, not the 2 participants. So that's why you got. Okay, there are only 4 questions. Okay, Shivanand. Sorry. Nirupama, okay, fine. Only 4 questions, no? Okay. Right. Sunil. Okay, great. Sunil, only 2 Sunil? Shivanand, great Shivanand. Okay, fine. Thank you. Then congratulations. Sunil, you need to work a lot, my dear. So start working from today. Start solving the question. Yes, Sunil should do the net practice, net practice before the final match. Sunil, okay, right. So what about other participants? Brajesh 3, okay, Brajesh, I am Brajesh, great, good mark. If anybody is getting 2 marks out of 4, then the bad marks should not be 50%, more than 50%, 75 should be minimum. Shamant, what happened, Shamant? Praveen, you were adding Praveen. What is the Praveen? Shamant, you wrote something, Praveen, done. Nishant got 4. Great, Nishant. Great. Mustafa done 3 questions, 3 right correct answers, Mustafa. No problem. You're on right track. Keep working. So I hope everybody would have solved it. Welcome, dear. So I hope everybody would have solved it. So give me acknowledgement that you have solved it, everybody. Right? Yes, Anamika, great Anamika, Shriram, Nitin. So what should we do? Shall we discuss the quiz questions now or tomorrow at 4:30? Tell your suggestion. Your suggestion is highly accepted. If you tell me, Arun, now itself, Arun is telling now, Anil is telling now. Last question, only the last question. Sir, explain the last question. Last question now, sir. Okay. So only the last question you were telling everybody? Okay. What is the answer for this? You got this? Five, you would have got the answer for this, sir. I have less data. Shivanand saying, sir, I have less data. No problem, my dear. Then you can. You want to save the data for any other purpose? You have? Anyway, no problem. So very simple, you get the answer. This is how much time it takes to complete the cross time, 25 seconds. This is very simple. You can solve it. So next one is number 2. What is the answer for this? Thank you, Shivanand. You're a great person. Anil got the answer 80. Right answer, Anil. Very simple. 500 plus 700 divide by 54. Need to convert into meter per second, 5 by 18, isn't it? So 80 seconds. It's given the meter. Remember the units, very, very important. No? Right. Number 3. This was the question, number 3. Were the 2 questions or only 1 question there? So I have 2 questions here. Okay, right answer. Right answer. This is 200 seconds. The first one. Second one, 40 seconds. Just we have to change the direction and relative speed, nothing else. I hope you would have understood. And unit change is very, very important. For the second question, that is 400. If you write here, 600 divide by 54 minus 36, isn't it? Into 5 by 18. So what about here? Same thing, the 400 plus 600. So I should add here because towards each other, 36 into 5 by 18. That's it. You will get the answer. Right. Last question, you were talking about this question. I know you got confused because I gave it the 3 participants, isn't it? The question reads as Lakshman joins Saurav and Sachin, Sachin, and all of them run on a circular track, right? Length 500 meter, no problem. 2 pi r is given already. In the same direction from the same point simultaneously, Lakshman moves at 3 km per hour, 5 km per hour, 8 km per hour. So remember, whenever talking about relative speed, I can relate I can relate the speed of only one body with respect to the other body. I can't relate two bodies at the same time, right? So I will relate this way. Let's say this is what is time taken, the formula d by s, d given already. I'll find the time taken by Sachin, let's say, right? Remember I'm talking about relative speed. So what should be? I can subtract 8 minus 5. Time taken by Sachin with respect to the Saurav, right? So you can subtract anywhere, not a problem. You can subtract here to here or here to here, anywhere. So how much I'll get? I'll get, of course, into 5 by, I have to convert 5 by 18. This is given meter, no? So how much get? 10 minutes. Also, you can find out time taken by 8. I can also multiply 8 and 3. You know, this two, I can compare this two at a time. So at a time, I can compare any two. I can compare all together, right? All together. One with the one. A speed of one with respect to the other. Right? So I can also compare the speed of the time taken by, I can say Saurav or this Lakshman, let's say L. So again 500 divided by 8 minus 3, you know, in the same direction, everybody, remember, all in the same direction. I can multiply by 5 by 10 to convert. So 5, I'll get here 5. 5 5s will get cancelled, 100. 6, I'll get here 6 minute, right? 6 seconds I'll get, I think, not 6 seconds or a minute. What is given there? Kilometer per hour, right? The meter per second, 6 seconds and 6 seconds, right? So just take the LCM. What is LCM? We'll get it. The LCM of 10 and 6. I hope you know what is LCM of 10 and 6. See, you can subtract any two. I'm not saying only this is the way you can solve it. Hey, to find the relative speed, because all the three are moving. So I can take the speed of any one with respect to the other. Right? So I can take any two, we get the same answer. So 10 seconds and 6 seconds, what should be the answer? LCM. The LCM of 10 and 6, that is 30. That is the answer. Option was given, 30 option was given. I hope it must be given 30. That's all for today's session, my dear. So thank you so much for all this. I appreciate your everybody participated well. Thank you so much. So I will wind up the session now. If any doubt, you can post in the group. I am in the group, in the WhatsApp group, so you can post me there. Shreyas, you are saying CPR, right? Shreyas, you can stay back for 2 minutes more. I will explain for you CPR. Let me take the extra notes, other notes. Thank you so much, Vivu, all, Anjana, Vishwajit, right, Aditya, great Aditya. So we'll see you the next session now with the new topic. Right. Shreyas, are you there? Are you alive? We'll take only 5 minutes time to get it the CPR. Yeah, CPR. I said constant product. Thank you, Arun. Constant product ratio, right? So what is it means? I told you D is equal to S into T. This is that. It can be any formula, not this is the formula, any formula in this format. So if the two variables are the product of any two variables are constant, then of course S and T will inversely proportional. It means if one variable increase, other will decrease. If increased by x by y, other will decrease by x by y plus x. चलो मैं आपको proof दिखाता हूँ. I'll prove it now. Just now I'll prove it for you. What is the meaning of this? Increment and decrement. Look at very carefully the proof. Let's say I'll take a D is equal to S into T. So S into T. Take S. How much will take here? Let's say 100 kilometer per hour. Time is 20 for 20 hours traveling. So what should be the distance? 200. No problem. Now D must be the constant, hai na? D must be the constant. Let's say speed increased by how much? 15. Let's say it become 25 kilometer per hour. आपको time will decrease होगा ना? कितना इंक्रीमेंट हुआ है यहां से यहां तक कितना इंक्रीमेंट हुआ लुक एट दिस हाउ मच इंक्रीमेंटेड सो द फाइनल वैल्यू माइनस इनिशियल वैल्यू डिवाइड बाय इनिशियल वैल्यू वेरी सिंपल है ना इंक्रीमेंट 15 out of what out of 10 only na 10 means what 10 means the initial value increment remember whenever we compare what is the percentage means what whenever we compare with the initial value. Remember the CP, profit loss, and compound interest, anything, the principal amount. So whenever we compare increment, we compare with the initial value. So what is the initial value? 10 is initial value. It means in this fraction I can compare, right? If I multiply into 100, that becomes the percentage. So I do not want to multiply into 100. I want to keep the fraction because the trick works as a fraction. So try to understand. The trick works as a fraction. X by y is increment, decrement, x by y plus x. Now, if you minimize it, so 5 3s and 5 2s are. Increment how much? 3 by 2. If 3 by 2 is an increment, यहाँ पे decrement होगा ना क्योंकि both inversely proportional है. तो decrement कितना होगा? 3 by 2 plus 3. Stress, once again, look at this, this is the x value, this is the x, this is y. है ना? So x by y plus x, it means 3 by 2 plus 3. I'll get 3 by 5. So 3 by 5 is a decrement. Shreyas, I hope you understood 3 by 5 and not 2 by 5. Right? Yes. So 3 by 5 is a decrement. Decrement from here. Whenever we decrease also, we decrease the initial. So what is the initial value given? 20. 20 given here. So 3 by 5 decrement of 20. How much you'll get? 12. Decrement means what? I should subtract from the initial value. So minus 12 kar do yahan se. So the 20 minus 12, how much you'll get? I'll get 8. Answer must be the 8. That's all. That's all. This is CPR. If one increase, if you're solving also traditional way, so we have a distance constant, 25 is speed given. I do not know the time. Time is equal to what? 200 by 25. I'll get same answer. That is 8 hours. Right? So if one increase by x by y, other should decrease by x by y plus x. This is always true when two variables are inversely proportional, remember, and resultant must be constant. What is resultant here? Distance. And this is called the CPR. The product of any two variables must be constant. Give me other example, Shreyas. Any formula, physics formula? What is the force work is equal to in the physics? Tell me. Force into displacement. I hope you understand. If let's say I want to keep the work constant, I'll increase the force, I will decrease the displacement to maintain the work, right? So what, of course, here force and displacement must be inversely proportional. If force increased by x by y, I can decrease the displacement by x by y plus x to maintain the work, to maintain the work, to make the work constant. Right? So very simple. If any two variables inversely proportional, I can use the trick. Remember, only one condition, the resultant product must be the constant. That's all. I hope, Shreyas, you understood, Shreyas. That's all for the this class. Thank you so much, my dear. Welcome. Chalo, thank you. Ankita, thank you, Ankita, you were there. Okay, great. So try the questions, the assignment questions. We have solved all together. So not, if there's any doubt, you can tell me. If no doubt, so bale bale, we'll see you the next session. Harshita, thank you. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, the team, the Genesis team. Thank you so much. I am just winding up. I'm ending the meeting.